The counties of Nyamira, Kisumu, Vihiga, Kericho, Bomet to pursue this dam to a logic limited to public-private partnerships. Yeah. And it would bolster both energy production and agricultural productivity in the region. I want there, as I summarize, to call all of us to action. Ladies and gentlemen. The challenges are real, but the opportunities are endless. Nyanza's growth and prosperity stakeholders, including but not limited to private sector investors, professionals, development partners, name it, to join hands with us as a people of Nyanza and transform Nyanza into an economic powerhouse. This transformation, Your Excellency, will require investment in infrastructure, especially in the transportation and energy sectors. It will require skills development programs for our youth to prepare them for the job market of tomorrow. Public-private partnerships that foster collaboration between government, the private sector, and international donors, and support for local people. It is you, investors, the donors, the partners, the professionals within our midst here, who hold the key to unlocking Nyanza's full potential. We cannot leave everything in the hands of the national and county governments. We must come in as agents of necessity to also augment their efforts. This conference, therefore, Your Excellency, is not just a gathering of ideas. In my view, and well-considered opinion, it is a birthplace of action. What we do today together will shape the future of generations to come. The investments that we make, the partnerships that we form, will not only yield financial returns, but they will also be a testimony of our belief in the people of Nyanza and the boundless opportunities in this region, and for the greater good of Kenya as a whole. We are not waiting for change. We are reaching for the stars in the future. We, the people of Nyanza, are asking you all to work with us. In return, I promise one thing, that your investment will not just be measured by profits alone. It will be measured in the stories of young entrepreneurs of the 21st century. And I see a future, Your Excellency, but so are the opportunities. We have the resources, we have the people, and most importantly, we have the will to change. It's time to transform Nyanza. This will require transformational leadership, and it will require the input of all of us. The future of Nyanza starts today. The time for action is now. Your Excellency, with your permission, may I now have the distinguished honor and privilege to invite the host governor, who is also the chairman of the Lake Region Economic Bloc, to come forward, introduce the governors who are here, then make a few remarks, and subsequently invite the Cabinet Secretary for the National Treasury to introduce all the government officials present, make a few remarks, and then finally invite the CS for Trade and Investment, Mr. Linki Nyanjui, to make remarks and invite Your Excellency to address the gathering. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, the Vice President, my dear friend and colleague, Professor Kindiki, the governors, my fellow governors who are here, Governor Jim Orengo of Siaya. Jim, can you wave to the crowd? Governor Arati from Kisii. Governor Wanga Gladys from Homa Bay. And Governor Ochila Yako from Migori. Governor Ken Lusaka from Bungoma. And Governor Nyaribo from Nyamira. As you can see, the shakers and movers of change in this part of the world are these governors in various ways. The point, however, is to change it. Therefore, as I welcome President, invited guests, ambassadors, and conference attendees, I am going to address you on behalf, first, of the Chairman of the Council of Governors, Governor Abdullahi of Wajir, who is not here today, representing the whole of the COG, and my colleague governors, who are here today. Your Excellency, I bring the apologies of my chair at the Council of Governors, His Excellency Ahmed Budahi, the Governor of Wajir County, who was to be with us here today, but because of challenges occasioned by intra-connectivity, is unable to be with us, having hosted the President in his county the other day. Your Excellency, this brings to the fore the need to enhance the capacity of our airports to international standards so that as a country, we can be properly connected. I will be sharing his thoughts with this congregation. He gave a speech. I feel privileged, therefore, to address you on this important day of this great LREB Nyanza International Investment of a pharmaceutical factory. My colleague governors from the region were here, and since then they have developed rapport and relationship with Afrexim Bank to look into investments in the Nyanza region as a whole. We're excited, Your Excellency, because these important conferences, including this, are important for the economic growth of the region. We show Kisumu as a choice destination for international trade and investment conferencing as the headquarters of the Lake Region Economic Bloc. And we show the Lake Region Economic Bloc as an important market and investment opportunity for investors. On behalf of the county government of Kisumu and the LREB community, I would like to thank the organizers, our professionals from the Lake Region for this vision and for choosing Kisumu as the host of this first conference organized by professionals. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you wearing two hats. As Governor of Kisumu, the conference that hosts, and the chairman of the Lake Region Economic Bloc. Yesterday, I had the opportunity to welcome us all to Kisumu as the host. Today, it is my pleasure to don my LREP chair hat and to address this gathering on behalf of my colleagues at the LREP Summit. With great hope and optimism, we have all gathered in this lake city of Kisumu today to redeem this region, transform its thinking, and reclaim its lost glory. Napoleon Hill, a famous American writer, in one of his great books stated thus: "That which the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can be achieved." I do believe that what we have been doing here in the Lake Region Economic Bloc as governors is transform what we conceive and believe to achieve development in our region. For over 61 years, this nation, and particularly the LREP, Nyanza Bloc, has conceived great ideas and economic recovery strategies to catapult this great nation to the next level. We have believed quite rightly that these ideas can only be best harnessed and realized through a cohesive and unified political and collective leadership. From yesterday through today and tomorrow, we are gathered here as leaders and potential investors, partners, and people from all walks of life to explore the bloc's tipping points for the new investment opportunities available. Generally, the regional bloc boasts of a business-enabling environment that portends minimal risks to investors, courtesy of the able county governments and managers, from small niche investment firms through to the national headquarters, where several of the world's practicing wealth management firms reside. With its position, in its population of 14 million people, The bloc accounts for 40% of the Kenyan population, contributing almost 50% of the Kenyan economy, forming a formidable market for investments. The overall objective of the bloc is to leverage economies of scale and shared resources in order to grow the economy of the region and improve the livelihood of the people. To this end, we have policies and programs aimed at widening and enhancing cooperation among the member counties in economic and social development, such as agriculture, health, education, transport, and energy supply. It is therefore envisioned that this conference will unlock by stimulating investment growth across the counties in the Lake Region Economic Bloc, by bolstering economic independence, and by seizing the opportunities for the bloc lie in the currently unexploited expanse of the region's natural resources that need to be fully harnessed for both job and wealth creation. Agricultural potential exists in the whole region. Migori County has a greater potential in building on sugarcane and tobacco farming, as well as fishing along the Lake Victoria coastline. Kisumu and Homa Bay counties have potential for rice and cotton farming, as well as the cultivation of sorghum and sugarcane. Most of these projects form the traditional mainstay of the bloc's economy and need to be sustainably harnessed for the good of our people. Indeed, we have gone further and recognized energy and the insufficient supply of energy as one of the weakest links between this economy and the international economy. And we believe that if the national government can take steps to make sure that energy supply and production in this region is adequate, I assure you that it will help in promoting development in the area. As we have pointed out in our LREP blueprint, the natural resources of the region can also be tapped in the area of energy generation. Rivers in the region offer opportunities for the development of hydroelectric power in Sondu Miriu, in Kisumu, and Nyamira counties. Further exploration in this regard also needs to be done other rivers, such as River Kuja and River Awach. By the way, you must know the Sondu Miriu project that we are all talking about all the time, that dam was conceived in 1951 by the colonial governments. But for various reasons, it was never implemented, which I don't want to go into. But time is now for that dam that can generate so much energy to be implemented by the national government. The sugar sector remains unexploited as a major investment in the Lake region. It is a major employer of rural populations and contributes to an estimated 15% of the agricultural GDP. As a bloc, we congratulate Parliament for fast-tracking debate on the Sugar Act and the President for promptly signing it into law. This is a major outcome of the Sugar Task Force, to which LREB leaders played a crucial role. Approximately 250,000 small-scale farmers, predominantly from Lake LREB members, to ensure this project becomes a reality, even as we work to settle legal and legislative hurdles around it. Equally, we invite investors to buy into this dream. Another area ripe for investment is aquaculture, and much has been said about it in this conference. I will not repeat. The President. Nyanza in general did this discussion through the good offices of
President, MPs from the National Assembly, who we were also, Your Excellency.
Then we have Bondo Police Line. We are working there for affordable housing. Then we have other associated projects. That is Arego Usonga, as I have said, Ukwara, we have Yara, we have Bondo. And then in Siaya, we have Ugenya, TTI, Uguja, Siaya. That is technology, Institute of Technology. We have a TTI at St. Joseph, work going on. We have University Uginga Odinga. We also have ESP markets, as you know, everywhere going on. and I confirm that even those that you have not seen coming up, mostly maybe it is just a slight delay in procurement, and we are rounding up all our procurement and will be on the ground soon. And I'm sure Governor, Her Excellency, Homa Bay Governor is a good witness of the work we are doing. Thank you very much. You will see me often on the ground or in the ground listening to what you are saying. I like the political environment obtaining currently. Thank you. So we should take that as an opportunity for development.
Thank you very much. I indulge Alice Wahome because she had a lot to tell us. Let me give another minute to Honorable James Opio Wandai.
Your Excellency, the Deputy President, and all protocol observed. Mine will be very simple. And we are all aware that for investment to happen, for investors to come calling, we need adequate, reliable, sustainable supply of energy. And that is the role of a number of projects stemming from power generation to power transmission to power distribution and eventually power distribution and eventually to last mile connectivity. And these projects, we are undertaking them in every county. In President, that as we undertake development programs, we do so without any